What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. So today, guys, I've got another 5 trade-ups that's gonna make you some pretty good profit here in CSGO. Sorry, it's not CSGO anymore, it's CS2. But without further ado, let's just move right into the first trade-up. So just before we actually move into the first trade-up, I would like to point out that you should still join my Discord, which is down below, because I host exclusive giveaways just like this M4 Solitude, which is ending tomorrow when I'm recording this video, of course. And I would also like to point out that I have a Twitch channel now, so if you guys want to look at me being live and see how I am live streaming, I'll leave a link to that below, and then obviously just go and follow it. I'd really appreciate that. Alright, let's move into the first trade-up. Alright, so as always, this video is sponsored by Tradeup Lab. As you can see, we're on that side again. I know there's a few bugs on the side, but I've spoken to the owner and he's going to be back on the 20th of September. So in a couple of days, he'll come back and he'll fix those bugs so we can actually, use the site to its full potential. But as you can see, the first trade-up is actually pretty simple and it's quite cheap. You need 5 items from the Sports and Field collection, and you need 5 items from the Barrel collection. It needs an average float of, let's see here, an average float of 0.195. So it's pretty easy. It costs you $2.4, and the expected value back is $3.29. That's pretty easy, right? There's so many items as well. Like, it's actually quite insane if you think about it. But you spend around $2.4, and as you can see, this is 3.80, this is 5.32, this is 3.48, and this is 3.42. So there's some pretty good items for some profit. I think, what is the chance of profiting? 50-50. So again, if you lose, then it's like, okay, you're not gonna lose that much anyways, because again, the cheat, it is quite cheap. Like, you're not spending a lot of money essentially. So yeah, there's not much to say about this trade up really. I just recommend that you guys try it out, and if you profit, then you profit, and if you don't, then that's really tough, as always. But that is it for the first trade up. Let's just move straight into the second one. So the second trade up is a bit different. It's 10 items from the same collection. As you can see, it is 10 the Spectrum collection items, and you need a average float of 0.12, and they're a bit expensive. This is gonna cost you around $7.50, probably $8. But as you can see, there is an 80% success rate if you profited on this trade up, which is quite insane. And as you can see, if you spend $7.6, there's only one item. There's literally only one item that's not gonna make you profit. Everything else will make you profit, and this will literally double your money. Like, if you hit the Galil, you will literally double your money. I don't think you can complain about it at all. If you complain about that, then that's just insane, right? Like, this is super cheap. You're only spending $7, and if you hit that, you can literally make 2 before you even think about going into losing money. So I definitely recommend this. It's probably one of the best trade-ups in the game right now. So I don't see any reason why you wouldn't want to try this. I'm definitely going to be using this as well in my new series coming up, which is going to be the $5 to a knife. I just had to get everything sorted, and I think it's going to come out towards the ending of this week, maybe the start of next week. That depends on the trade-ups coming in through and stuff, but it should definitely come out soon. I can promise you that. So yeah, I mean, there's not much to say to this. This is just a stat trick, Spectrum collection trade-up. It's very simple, just get them. They might be a bit more expensive. I don't know, I haven't checked it. But yeah, overall, this is a pretty nice trade-up where you can literally double your money, and there's an 80% success rate. So hit that on. So try that one. But that's it for the second trade-up. Without further ado, let's just move right into the third trade-up. So just before we actually show the third trade-up, I would like to give you guys a massive thank you, as always, because you guys are just showing such a good support in these videos. I'm rising in subs every day. I'm gaining thousands of views on my videos. It's absolutely amazing. I feel like I'm in heaven just doing these videos for you guys, because you just take such a good support on it. Like, you guys really just show all your support, and you like the videos, you comment, you join my Discord. It's absolutely amazing. I really love that. So keep doing that, and I'll keep posting these sort of videos. All right, let's get right into the third trade-up. Okay, so the third trade-up is quite expensive, I'll be honest. It's actually really expensive, but at the same time, when you got more expensive trade-ups, there's also a bigger profit margin. So I feel like, we want something for everyone's taste. But as you can see, you're gonna need 3 factory new items from the Spectrum 2 collection with a float of 0.05, and then you need 7 items from the Anubis collection with a float of 0.12. And if you calculate the outcomes, you can see it's pretty decent actually, because you're gonna spend $64, which is like, okay, that's $64, right? But if you look at this, right, there's only 2 items. Sorry, if you look at this, there's 3 items, which isn't gonna make you profit. You thought, right? That's what you're thinking. But if you go look up the M4 Elite Glass, right? Look at this. So you look up the M4 Elite Glass, and then you go in here, you can see that it's currently $270. Yes, it's $270, which means spending $60, you're gonna make $200 profit. You can make $200 profit on this trade up. That is insane. I know it's not the easiest trade up to get, yet, but if you do hit the M4 leaded glass, even though it says it's not profit here because the site hasn't updated yet, you can make $200. And, you know, as you can see, we got the P250 Apex curse. I guess that's how you say it. You know, it says it's $69, but if you look in here, it's $89. So that's another bonus $20 on top of that. That does mean the Famous is worth a little bit less, but again, you can make a lot more money on this trade up than it's actually anticipated to make you. So this is another one of these like really great trade ups that, you know, if you got a bit of extra cash, you know, I definitely recommend you try this one, because if you hit $200, that's a pretty decent knife, right? I'm pretty sure you can get like a Huntsman knife, something, right? So I definitely recommend you try this one out. And if you profit, let me know down in the comment section. That would be amazing. But that is it for the third trade up. Let's just move straight into the fourth one. So the fourth one is, again, not the most expensive, but it has some pretty decent outcomes. So as you can see, you're going to be needing 7 items from the Barrel collection with an average float of 0.26. And then you're going to need 3 items from the Esports 2013 Winter collection, which is the blue one, right? With an average float of 0.05. And if we go to calculate outcomes, you'll be able to see that it has 152% profitability, right? And an 85% success rate. This is insane, right? So the only thing you're not gonna profit on is actually the P90 blind spot, sadly, but everything else is literally profit. So the Glock 18 Glocking Bird, as it's called, is literally $13 profit. This is another $13 profit, and this is like $2 profit. Like, this is one of the most like easy straight up for trade ups to just like go for, you know, just full send it, see if you can hit the profit, and if you do, that's great profit, of course. And of course, this is because of the pumps, right? So I definitely recommend that you do this as fast as you can, because, you know, it might have gone down by the time that you get to do the trade up. So it's more about just getting on the market, you know, one of the first persons, and just fly in, you know, try and get those profits. But that's it for the fourth trade up. Let's get right into the fifth and final trade up of this video. Now let's just get right into this trade up. As you can see, you need 6 items from the Coleman collection with the Sword of Serenity at 0.12, and you're also going to need 4 items from the Winter Offensive collection, which is $10 a piece. So this is quite an expensive trade up. And if we calculate the outcomes, you can see there's a 53% success rate, and it says profit minus 9.78. Let me check. I don't think that's true. I'll be honest, it doesn't really make any sense why it says profit minus 9.78, especially considering the alt red line is literally worth $112, which means this is, you know, $42 profit. So I don't know why I would tell you that. This is $8 profit and this is $9. I guess it's because there's so many items which technically aren't profit. You know, this is not profit and this is not profit. This is not profit either. But at the same time, I don't understand why I would say that, because you still got pretty good profitability in the alt red line. And I'll be honest, I just closed the trade up on accident. So that's really genius of me. Good job, Perry. Very proud of myself for that. All right, so I managed to find the trade up again, luckily, even though it took me a bit of time to find it. I finally found it again, and I think you just gotta ignore this minus profit thing, because it seems that you will make profit no matter what. Well, not necessarily, but you know, there's actually a decent chance of profiting, and I don't know why it says this. I'm guessing it's like on average you're gonna lose more than you win, because there's only a 53% success rate, even though, you know, I don't know why it's doing this. It's really weird to me. Maybe it's because there's not like highest profit margin unless you hit the alt red line. You know, these two are basically just like breaking even. That's like my guess on how it's gonna work out anyways. But yeah, that is the end of this video. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to comment down below, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.